I first would like to clarify why I'm up here. I'm up here because I have a child in this community. He's 12 years old and has special needs. When I first heard of the pedophile on May Street, I remember that the story I heard was that he molested a child with special needs. I need you all to understand that as a mother, in general, we are protective naturally. Some of us are extra protective when our child has special needs and is not able to decipher right or wrong on his own. I have been overprotective since my son was diagnosed at 3 years old, and there is nothing that is going to change that until the day that I die. I watch my son suffer with the side effects of autism every single day. I think about what these survivors have been through, and there is no length I wouldn't go to make sure this emotional distress does not happen to my child. I am not only concerned about my child, but I am concerned about every child in this community. These children are our future. My life as an elderly person in this town will one day come down to the decisions that these children make for us. I am not willing to stand by while you, Mayor, put our children on the back burner and at possible risk to be hurt by pedophiles and heroin addicts in our town. People have been asking me, if you hate the downtown so much, why not move? Honestly, I took the apartment downtown because my son wanted a dog. That dog is now part of my family. I cannot find any place that will rent for $800 a month with a dog in a good neighborhood in Biddeford. My son has the same tiger pride that I do and is refusing to move to a different city, and I don't blame him. I am not here to bash the city of Biddeford, as some seem to believe. You wouldn't believe it, but I used to love this city. I could go on and on about the good history of Biddeford that I remember, but those days are gone. Now replaced with pedophiles, heroin, and high taxes. You see, some of you are lucky enough to live outside of the downtown. I think that some of you who live in middle to upper class neighborhoods actually think that we are exaggerating the situation. Just because it's not happening in your cul-de-sac doesn't mean it's not going on. Just last week, I noticed a man in my backyard on Summer Street. The first time it was 2 a.m. and my dog alerted me that someone was outside. The second time it was 10 a.m. and the man in plain daylight hid behind a tree in my fenced-in backyard. It was later that afternoon when he was gone that I noticed that he had made a bed back there with a small mattress and blankets. The third and final time, again, it was 10 a.m. and he was standing behind my tree. I called BPD and they came and spoke with the man. I had to leave for work and a short time later received a call from Sergeant Jeff Green. He called to thank me for calling the police. He informed me that the man had been living in my yard, had heroin and needles on him. The yard my child and 4 other children in my building play in had a heroin addict living in it, probably even watching them and play at times. This area was a little hidden, so the naked eye it was not noticeable. I was shaking after the phone call from the sergeant. It made me even more angry about this whole situation. We have a chief that's been sitting on his butt too long, and now our town is in ruins. Pedophilia has been allowed for clearly way too long. The council is handing out liquor licenses to way too many businesses in the downtown area, in my opinion, and we all wonder why we have so many issues with drug and alcohol. Next month, I want people to remember just recently when the police, fire, and public works had to fight with the council about the contracts that they deserved. The mayor was less than helpful with that whole process, and I believe unnecessary money may have been spent on multiple negotiators. I know for a fact there was unnecessary money spent on chief and deputy chief having a lawyer provided to them. And I really hope that the people remember these bad decisions in money and spending in November. I want to finish with this. The people at home only get to see what the cameras show them at these meetings. The elderly do not see the council and how they act during breaks and after the meetings. The people at home cannot see the laughing in our faces as you walk by at the end of the meeting. The people at home who do not have Facebook cannot see the threats made to citizens by the mayor's family members. So I say to the citizens at home, when you are disrespected by very officials that you voted for, then they do not deserve the respect in turn. I'm sorry, but you've done nothing but made bad financial decisions for the city, and you have no interest at all in protecting our citizens, and we're willing to ask for help, and you're not willing to help us. Thank you.
Thank you.